What's happening with your world? It's your boy Low Key Low Ski, back with another reaction video, and today we're gonna switch it up. You know I'm all about the balance. I'm not gonna always be talking about the women and we can't address what the men are doing wrong. So today we get to watch Kevin Samuels cook this weak ass beta male. But before we get started, y'all know the routine. Go ahead and drop a like, go ahead and drop a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the stream to other people so we can get active on them live streams when them days come. Let's get active.
Hello.
What's going on?
How are you? How old are you?
Me? I'm 28.
All right. What's the disagreement?
For starters, god damn, this nigga dusty as shit. And what are you men doing? Wanting to start locks at 28 years old. And to also be corporate and be moving up in some of these businesses that you guys are in. You can't be starting dreads at almost 30 after you want to build your career and get into these corporate positions and get at higher positions at these jobs. You don't want to be starting dreads at 30.
Agreement.
I don't feel even if black men reach the certain level that they're that we should aspire to reach, I don't think the black women will follow us. I feel like 80% of them will still shit on us and leave us hanging.
No, 80% of them might shit on him because he seems like a weak ass nigga. Let me tell y'all something. Real men don't have to deal with this shit that y'all talking about. Real men aren't having problems out here on the dating market when it comes to finding women. Real men are not running into argumentative black women. You know why? Because they're invisible to us. Bruh. They do not exist to us. They are not an option to us. They're not something to entertain for us. So the women that we see you guys interacting with, some of the problems that we see that you guys have interacted with some of these women, some of that shit is strictly on you. And in this case, it's probably because he's a dusty ass nigga starting dreads at the age of 30.
You stupid.
Why? First of all, you said I feel twice.
Thank you. Nigga thinking with his feelings.
That's a problem.
It's a major problem.
Man, you shouldn't worry.
As a man, how do you not have a problem thinking with your feelings? And it's crazy because, like he said, we're constantly saying something to women about thinking in their feelings. We're constantly complaining about these things. Always got something to say about it. And that's why I made the video that Kevin Samuels wasn't talking to you. Because a lot of these niggas is using Kevin Samuels' talking points as to explain why they're not getting women. Truth is, you're not getting women because you're not the kind of man that any kind of woman is looking for. This doesn't have to be specific to black women. No woman wants a nigga like this. All women want a strong man. All men, all women want a man that can think leadership, that can think facts, that can think logical. He already started off wrong thinking in his feelings.
Worry about how you feel. That's why we're thinking what we do. It's one of the things we talk about women all the time. They always say, I feel, I feel, I feel.
Bingo.
So what makes black women biologically different than any other group of women?
Uh-oh.
Biologically?
Biologically, bruh. Word might have been a little too big for him.
Stupid.
There's no difference.
I know.
Not from a biological perspective.
Yeah.
Why would they not respond to the same evolutionary biology type things?
From what I've seen from anecdotal experience, it's like it's a temporary.
The one thing I noticed is that he's having a very hard time coming up and formulating sentences. He's having a very hard time continuing this conversation. To a woman, this would be super boring and he would be considered socially awkward or even a weirdo. Because of his failure to be able to express how he feels as a man. You got to have some kind of vocabulary. Y'all men got to get back into the books. Y'all got to get back into the studying. Y'all got to get back into the information. Women don't like a nigga who they can't learn nothing from. And judging by what I've seen so far from him, if this was a conversation with a woman and he was doing all of these long pauses and having to think for like 10 minutes in between a question, she's out, buddy.
It's a temporary
What part of the country do you live in?
I'm in Atlanta.
Atlanta?
This nigga's with all the women.
Yes, sir.
So why does the divorce rate drop dramatically for black couples as well over an income of $250,000?
Oh shit.
I didn't know that.
I bet you didn't. You don't make that kind of money.
Or that group.
Bingo.
See, if you're going to say something like that, I'm going to challenge it.
Facts.
Because basically what you're putting out here is you don't feel black women are going to, okay, I'll go with that. But why?
I ain't going with it. Fuck that feeling.
Based upon what?
It's It's what I've seen my entire life.
You know,
Black women have been my enemy my entire life.
What?
Been your what?
My enemy.
What do you mean?
The nerve of this nigga. And you know what? You know what's weird? He's not the only black man who I heard said this. Black women have been your enemy your entire life. You owe your existence making it this far to black women. Who do you think was protecting you on them slave ships as you came across when they separated the men and the women, but they left the children with the women? Who do you think was protecting you on them plantations? Who was the one that had to take the initiative to escape and to bring men with them? Who do you think were the ones that stuck up for you this entire time? And you got the nerve to say that black women are your enemy. So you feel like your mama is your enemy? Just because of your inability to express yourself and to obtain the level of women that you want, all of a sudden black women become your enemy? So you still don't prefer black women at this point? You may as well just move on, because I don't want black women dealing with niggas like you and coming back and accusing us of being a nigga like you. I don't want them coming back with ammunition. All you doing is basically loading their firearms for them. I don't want them coming back with no ammunition talking about, hey, look at this black man. He said that black women are his worst enemy. I don't want them associating that with anything that got to do with the rest of us. That nigga thinks that shit by himself, and I think that's some weak ass shit to be thinking just because of your inability to access the women that you want. That is trash.
What do you mean your enemy?
Whether it's me, whether it's people that I know or people that I'm even related to, if there are strides towards success that are being made, there's an active effort to get in the way of the progress of what it is that we're doing. Like, honestly, like,
What does that mean?
What the fuck is he talking
You
about?
come in and say black women have been my enemy. You're gonna have to give me a specific.
Facts.
okay.
Let you go, man. I'm trying
I recently dated a woman who was pursuing a dual doctorate degree in medicine and in chemistry.
Holy
And,
shit.
Throughout the entire relationship, the only time that we didn't have
What I'm wondering is why a woman who's going for her dual doctorate in medicine and chemistry is doing with a dusty ass nigga like this.
He's stupid.
Come on, shorty, you could have did better than this. I don't see why you women who are going for such high positions, that are going for such high credible places that you could be in life, why you would be fucking with this dusty ass nigga. He shouldn't even have access to you.
an argument or we didn't have any kind of ridiculous back and forth is when we were having sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, once the orgasm was out the window.
How old are you?
28.
How long did you
28.
date?
I've known her for 8 years, dated her for 1.
She friend zoned this nigga for 7 years? Bruh, I knew something was up. I knew something was up. You know what it was? She ain't been able to land the man that she wanted within those 7 years. So she said, fuck it, this nigga's around right now. I could use him as a stepping stone nigga, have some in-home penis that I can get to whenever I want to, make sure I stay on birth control to not risk having a baby with this pookie until I can move up and finish this schooling. Once I'm done with this schooling, I'll find a nigga who's in my field and I can move on. But you're not gonna convince me that she was ever taking this nigga serious.
Dated to what end? What was the intended outcome? To what end? Yeah, dating has a purpose.
I was interested in marrying her.
You dated her with
Sure.
Doesn't really sound too intentional.
I'm a musician and an Uber driver.
Hold the fuck up. What? Hold up. You're a musician, and by musician, I take it as he's probably a rapper. I'm not just gonna assume this nigga's playing guitar on the street. He probably is an aspiring rapper. Also explaining why he's going to start his locks at 30 years old, trying to fit the image of a lot of these rappers that's out
You
here.
stupid.
And an Uber driver. Dating a woman going for her dual doctorate in medicine and chemistry. And you said she's your enemy. She's not your enemy. Your level of education is your enemy. Your ability to access the same amount of financial resources that she's gonna be able to access is the enemy. Your drive, your will to do better is the fucking enemy. At 28 years old, you should not be trying to be a musician and an Uber driver looking to get married to a woman who's going for her dual doctorate in medicine and chemistry? What? No wonder that she argued with you so much. No wonder she nagged to you so much. She busting her ass in college, going for her dual doctorate in medicine and chemistry. And her boyfriend is at home making beats, rapping, and doing Uber. Stupid. The nerve of this nigga to say that black women is his enemy. He is his own worst enemy. His drive is his own worst enemy.
What? Are you serious? Are you trolling me?
Yo,
Ninja,
word.
No, I'm not.
Ninja, what? You date... Your enemy is your pocketbook.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Don't come here and talk about black women as your... Man, see?
That's one thing about Kev, man. He is not about to let you come in here and disrespect black women if you ain't got no cause behind it. There better be a valid fucking reason as to why you coming in here saying that black women are your enemy. So for everybody out there talking about he hates black women and all of this other shit, stop the cap. We've seen him shut white women down for coming on here talking about black women, and we've seen him shut black men down for being in here talking disrespectfully about black women. I'm gonna tell you niggas right now, we are not gonna tolerate that shit.
You serious, bro?
I am, but the finances is definitely something.
No, hell no.
Hell,
black woman who's dating you actually came in here to tell me that you dated a black woman who's pursuing 2 dual doctorates.
I'm a PhD.
And you're a goddamn Uber driver and a musician. That's not a problem, except you frame black women as your enemy. And your enemy is your inability to be productive on a serious level.
Talk about it.
So outside of me, I have mentors that I work with.
My ultimate
that have
point
gone
is
through
at 28 years old, you're too young to be trying to talk about getting married anyway.
I partly disagree with that, but
you haven't found yourself.
I agree.
And if I go with what you said, your failure in relationships are justified by calling black women your enemy. Instead of looking in the mirror and saying, where am I at?
Talk about it.
I do that every day.
And why? And why? What makes you said you were looking at her to be a wife, possibly? What makes you a husband?
Oh shit! You know what? That's where we're gonna stop it at. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link to the rest of this inside of the description so you guys could go ahead and view the rest of this. That is the realest shit that I've ever heard right there. What qualifies you to be a husband? Do you have the leadership skills to be a husband? Are you financially stable enough to take care of a family? Are you mentally stable enough to be able to take care of a family? Have you gotten over those things in the past that you need to get rid of? Have you accepted who you are? Have you accepted your calling in life? Have you put in the overtime to be able to master yourself, to master your emotions? And so far, what I've seen is a whole lot of men are taking these talking points from the red pill community, from the Kevin Samuels style community. They are taking those talking points and bringing it into their life. But Kevin Samuels is speaking to high value men, not Uber drivers that rap. He's not speaking to them. Those are below the blue collar people. You are bottom of the barrel kind of dudes when you're doing stuff like that. Before you comes the construction worker. Before you comes the plumber. Before you comes the HVAC. Before you comes the electrician. Before you comes all of these men doing so much good in life. And then here comes the nigga who wants to be an aspiring rapper at 30, start his locks for the first time, and drive Uber to fund his rap career. But he also said that black women is his enemy because a woman was arguing with him because she was going for her dual doctorate in medicine and chemistry, and he was driving Uber and trying to hit the studio up with the homies. But you got the nerve to say something about black women. You don't have the right to fix your lips to speak about black women. You have no right to be speaking about any woman at this point. You shouldn't even be focused on any woman at this point. You should be 100% focused on you. Gotcha, bitch. You men have to stop chasing tails so much. You men have to stop thinking with the wrong head so much. During certain stages of your career, you are gonna have to lock in. You are gonna have to accept what that calling is. You're gonna have to become who you were designed to be. You're gonna have to take on that role. If not, you're gonna be one of those 40-year-old men that still do not have life figured out, and you don't wanna be out here living like that. But y'all make sure that y'all subscribe. Make sure that y'all hit that notification bell. Make sure that y'all leave a comment. We got plenty of more reaction videos coming. LowKeyOrganics with an X.com. You already know. Peace.